What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking back in on Ruinarch. Ruinarch is kind of like a reverse RimWorld. So the best way I know how to describe the game is that you're building a base, you're an evil overlord, you're trying to resurrect yourself so that you can destroy the planet, but there's like a kink in the plan. There's a RimWorld-style colony that's on your map, and it's full of like druids and paladins and farmers and guys like that. They're going to be going about their daily business, and you need their soul energy and the energy of their misery in order to resurrect yourself. But you need to do it in like a delicate way, because if they figure out that you're trying to mess with them and destroy their colony, they're going to come after you, swoop down on your castle, and annihilate you. And so really, this is kind of a weird game, and I don't know if like in the end it's altogether gonna be like perfect or flawless or put together in such a way that it flows, but it is kind of an interesting game of intrigue. Really, your goal is to infect as many people with as many negative traits as possible and hope that those negative traits come to fruition via people falling out of friendships, murdering each other, trying to steal from each other. Basically, you're creating chaos. And if the colony falls in the process, that's absolutely fantastic. In the meantime, they're not going to go quietly. They're going to continue recruiting new immigrants, and they're going to build new buildings, and they're going to expand across the map, and eventually, they are going to find you. So anyways, that's where we are with Ruinarch. The game came out about a year ago. I had a chance to play it back then. I did like the idea. It was primitive at the time. They've released 9 or 8 updates since then over the course of the last year, adding more content and things to do to the game. And so anyways, we're going to dive on in and take a look at it today. If after watching this you wanted to get it for yourself, you could do that down below in the description. You'll also find a link to all of my various social media and live streams, Discord, Twitter, Twitch, all that fun stuff, just in case you wanted to hang out a little bit further. So anyways, let's go with a medium map right here. We'll go up against the Kingdom of Mermain. That sounds like fun. Oh, they get 2 villages. Interesting, on a medium map, huh? Well, that should be kind of a fun treat. Let's try that on out and see how it goes. We're going to invade Mermain, I guess. So off we go. I believe we're going to pick what type of demon we want to be very, very shortly as well. There's everything from like greed demons to necromancers to stuff like that. You can try to convert and start cults by kidnapping people and torturing them until they turn to your dark ways. All right, so here we are. The first thing that we have to do is we have to place our portal. Ideally, it will be somewhere where we won't get attacked by wildlife, and also where we'll have like a little bit of a gap. What are these guys doing over here? Oh, it's a graveyard. Gotcha. So those are dead people inside the graveyard right there. Okay. Well, the village is like right here. Where's the second village at? There's got to be a Oh, there it is right there. Okay. So they've got kind of a thin little strip running over here. Gotcha. But that's good because it leaves us a big chunk of kind of this rightward area of the map all to ourselves. So what I'll do is I'm going to put my guys right here. We'll build our portal. So our portal is down. We've got to configure our loadout now. This is where we get to decide on our archetype and who we want to be. You can be the Puppet Master. So the Puppet Master very much focuses on manipulating people's emotions and people's traits into getting them to turn on each other. Really, his ultimate goal is, you know how in RimWorld your people will develop rivalries and they keep getting in social fights with like the same person? That's this guy's specialty. He's all about kind of whispering in people's ear, Grima Wormtongue style, and being like, he doesn't believe in you. You know, like that kind of stuff, until eventually people's hearts turn cold and they turn on one another. He's got a snare trap right here. He's got Affliction, so he can make people a kleptomaniac. That can actually put like a whole lot of chaos into a village because people will get caught stealing. They'll get thrown in jail. Eventually, if they commit enough crimes, they get executed, that kind of stuff. We got a Lust Demon right there. That one's interesting because with the Lust Demon, you can have the Lust Demon take the form of somebody's wife or somebody's lover, and they'll think it's them. They'll sleep with them, and then the Lust Demon basically rats them out to like their normal lover, and it can introduce all kinds of chaos there. We've got the Lich. The Lich is all about evil stuff. So you start out with narcolepsy, you start out with what looks like a freezing trap. We get the Demon of Envy, we get a crypt and a prison, so this guy's all about summoning skeletons and a little bit of direct action. And then we have the Ravager. The Ravager is all about direct confrontation. Like, you send people in on raids to attack and murder. You are the antagonist in these heroes' stories, basically. And you are very real, you are very there, and you are very apparent. But he gets lots of retaliations, so every time you hit the village, you're gonna raise your retaliation meter, and once it fills up, they send a raid out against you, which can be really, really bad. It can actually end poorly. I'm familiar with the Lich, so I think that's who I'm gonna go with for right now. All right, and so we've got a couple of things on the UI. We've got our mana. This is for casting spells. We've got our chaos energy. Chaos energy is for upgrading buildings and for doing special actions. And then spirit energy is what we use to upgrade our portal. Now, how do you get all this stuff? Well, in the case of mana, that just regenerates all by its lonesome, so you don't need to worry about it. In the case of chaos energy and spirit energy, you're going to need to inflict flaws on people, and every single time one of those flaws triggers, you're going to get chaos energy because, technically you're winning. And so anyways, we'll probably mess with this village right here as much as possible. It does look like we have a cave right here. I don't know what we could spawn inside of it, but we can do a monster spawner. And it looks like that's going to give me earthen wisps. So if they try to come in here to mine or get any sort of resources, we now have monsters inside of this cave that are actively going to try and run them off. Over time, this monster spawner will produce more monsters. We'll see if this actually turns out to be a good plan or if it's going to work out for us. Sometimes, I feel like the monster spawners, in my experience, are rarely more than just kind of like an annoyance. It'll occasionally scare these guys off so that they can't gather resources. Maybe that means that they'll build a house a little bit slower, which means that a new immigrant will get more spiteful against the people that run the town. Actually, they're killing my wisps right now. So apparently this guy ran back and reported, and these guys are stoked because they've won a combat. There we go. We'll get a little bit of damage off. I don't think we got any chaos orbs out of it, though, so that's a little bit of a bummer. And then I think they can also harvest the dead bodies for, magical research or something, but I don't know the specifics of it. I can freezing trap people right there, so I'll put a freezing trap down. Somebody will walk across that. They will get frozen. Unfortunately, it was the chicken. So that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. I was hoping it'd be a person because then we get a bunch of chaos orbs. Let's build some buildings. I think it's a really good idea for us to build a crypt. That way we can defend our area. You can right-click anywhere on the map and it will spread your creep or your little slimy ground right here so that you have more area of influence. I don't really do it, but if you have area of influence, you can build walls and stuff on it to defend yourself. The demonic portal is the #1 thing that we need to defend above all. I'll also put in a prison right there so that we can imprison the good guys if we ever see an opportunity to snatch one of them. In the meantime, we have an envy demon over here, and we can spawn some skeletons. I think it's a really good idea to spawn some skeletons just to act as kind of our home vanguard and protect us just in case. We don't have anything in our retaliation meter right now, so we don't have to worry about them coming and hitting us, but every now and again they get a bee in their bonnet, and they decide to get all miffed, and they'll come out with a raid and try to attack us. There's a rabbit hole over there. Okay. What we need to do is we need to start putting some chaos in this area. So what we're going to do is we're going to afflict her with narcolepsy. We've got 4 minutes until we can inflict with narcolepsy again, but every time she blacks out and falls asleep, we're going to get chaos orbs from harvesting her nightmares. And so we slowly want to get everybody in town with narcolepsy if we can pull it off. That way we've got a good ground foundation for generating resources for upgrading our base and getting new monsters and getting new buildings, because as of right now there's not a whole lot we can do until we upgrade our demonic portal. We kind of just have to mess with people because we're in a very weakened state. Hey, she's already blacked out twice. Nice. So that gave us a little bit of spirit energy. Not much, but something. With Wallace, can I make you narcoleptic yet? No, we've got another 4 minutes until that's possible. Well then, I suppose I'll put another freezing trap right here, but I'm gonna wait to do it until this guy is verified on his way back so that a chicken doesn't trigger it again. Yeah, exactly. See, if I had placed it, that chicken would have triggered it. These chickens hanging out in a cave, dude. These cave chickens, these spelunking poyos over here are driving me nuts. All right, so there's the freezing trap. Marvin has been frozen. We harvest his misery. There we go. As long as we don't have any monsters seen or anything else like that, you don't have to worry about retaliation going up. So the only time retaliation goes up is if, the enemy becomes aware of you, basically. As of right now, they might think that that's just a trap that they never uncovered in the dungeon. They'll think that the narcolepsy is just an affliction that's happening on its own. They don't know. No, but for right now, this man has been frozen for a hot minute. If you can freeze somebody at the right time and then spawn monsters too, they'll just beat him to death. and that's always a good situation. We got some Chaos Orbs right there from our spawner. If you wanted to see what everything does, you can look at its info panel right here, and it'll actually tell you specifically what the building does. I do think that's really, really good for clarity of play for the player. So this spawns Earth Wisps tomorrow at 8:06 a.m., and then it generates 2 Chaos Orbs on day 2 at 8:06 a.m. So that's good. Resources, resources, resources. I'm going to let this kind of hang out for a minute until we have enough chaos to go ahead and upgrade our base, because we can't really do a whole lot right now anyways. The beginning of the game is a little bit slow like that, but we'll wait it on out and we'll see what happens. So after a little bit, I've afflicted a few more people with narcolepsy, and then over here, the chickens are being attacked by wolves, I guess. Oh, look, there's a fight going on right there, too. Nice. Can I afflict her with narcolepsy while she's hurt? Blessed villagers are protected from your powers. Oh, they have a blessed person. That's not good. Last time I played, there was no blessed people in the entire camp, so I could basically run amok doing whatever I wanted. At this point, you ever imagine there was a guy named Amok, like back in the Babylonian days? And he ran so fast that for like 4,000 years, we've just been like, yeah, he runs amok. I don't know. Looks like there's a little bit of fighting going on in here. The Earthen Wisps have spawned, but they're not really relentlessly targeting anybody. I could probably get somebody with a frost trap right here just for the extra chaos point. Oh, never mind. Chicken, go ahead and step on it. And we froze another chicken. What is this guy doing? He's going to assault the Earthen Wisp. Okay, can I afflict him with anything? I've got 20-something seconds until we can do narcolepsy again. If we could get him to fall asleep in combat, that'd be really, really good. Oh, he's already narcoleptic. Very nice. Okay, well, that helps out. With Marvin, your cousin Marvin. There we go. We'll go ahead and throw that in right there. And he is now narcoleptic as well. Hopefully he gets chewed on by a chicken. That would be the absolute best way for this to go, but, you know, sometimes life is unpredictable like that. We have enough points that we can upgrade our spawning pool now, so I think that's a really, really good idea. It takes 10 to get to level 2, so we're going to go ahead and do that. It's going to give us some new spells. We can put poison on an object, so we can, like, poison the well. We can make somebody a vampire. If anybody witnesses them doing vampiric stuff, they'll report it to the authorities, and they'll try to slay the vampire or arrest the vampire or cure the vampire. We've got Feeble Spirit. Basically, this will drain energy from a villager, and when they pass out from exhaustion, you get Chaos Orbs. We can get a kennel. The kennel allows us to capture monsters, so like orcs, spiders, all that kind of stuff, and then it adds them to our spawn list so that we can add them just like we added skeletons earlier. And then we've got a spire that allows us to upgrade our magic powers. So we'll go ahead and get the upgrade going. It's going to take a little while. It doesn't happen like at the drop of a hat. Hey, free Chaos Orbs. Very nice. I think the next upgrade is 30 too. So we should be able to get a new one pretty soon and just go straight up to level 3. Do I get the buildings right this second? No, I gotta wait for the upgrade to be done. Okay, let's wait for the upgrade. Okay, so our level 2 portal is ready to rock. The downside here is there is no like graphical upgrade. I wish that there was, but there just isn't. But at level 2, we can now have 5 skeletons, which is pretty cool, and we can build some new buildings. So I think the spire is a really good idea, and then I also think a kennel is probably a rad idea too, as soon as we get a little bit more energy. There we go. So we've got the kennel, and we've got the spire all nice and set up. The other thing that we need to do is we need to put in a few more skeletons. So there we go. We've got a few more guards for our base. My advice would be that we kidnap a ghoul, maybe, and we add them to our dungeon. Okay, so now that we've got all our fun stuff set up, I think it's a good idea for us to kidnap a ghoul. I don't know how strong ghouls are, but I like the idea of having ghouls as a lich. We can take a look at him. We can find out 900 HP. Looks like he's got 35 strength. How does he compare to our skeletons before I add him to the squad? So it looks like 650. Actually, he's quite a bit weaker, actually, it looks like, than a skeleton. Yeah, he's weaker than a skeleton, but he's got a lot more HP, so I guess he makes an okay... Oh, he's a snatcher. Okay, so he's really, really good at, like, knocking people out. Gotcha. All right, fair enough. We can right-click on this guy, and we can say to snatch him, but we need a kennel first. The skeleton is in the kennel? Why is the skeleton in the kennel? Maybe because I placed it on top of him? That's probably what it was. All right, so now we can snatch this guy over here. Where is he at? There he is. All right, so we've got him right there. We can set up a team to go and snatch him. We'll send our Envy Demon. We'll send a skeleton for 100 more points. We can add another summon to the team. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like it wants to let me click it. Curious. Alright, well, we'll deploy them, like, over here to go get that guy. Yeah, summon him. And hopefully we can go get this ghoul and bring him back and start to breed him. There you go. So we have captured the ghoul officially. Unfortunately, the ghoul appears to be bleeding. I think we put some kind of bleed or something on him. Don't worry about collecting orbs. You collect them automatically if you're not directly there to, like, mouse over them and grab them. I know that's going to be a question that a lot of people have. Like, okay, so I have to stare at the city the whole time to get my orbs? Nah, you get the orbs either way. It's all good. Why is he... Oh, he's poisoned. Gotcha. Hopefully the poison goes away soon. Yeah, there it is. So it's gone away. So we have a couple of options here. We can either let him go, or we can drain his spirit. That will slowly make his HP down, but it generates chaos points for us. Very, very useful stuff. Or we can leave him in there, and it just adds him to our spawn list. We'll go ahead and upgrade our tower to level 3. We de facto win the game when we get our portal up to level 8. However, the enemy is going to become aware of us as the large, rumbling, purple-pink portal off in the distance becomes more and more apparent. They are going to become aware of that. So now I can summon ghouls, but my monster cap is full, so we've got to wait a minute. But the ghoul is a really good people snatcher. We might be able to steal somebody and put them inside of our jail. That would be ideal. It's what I would prefer to do. I'm going to spend some chaos points here to convert some of this over to my territory. There we go. You can do that by shift right clicking if there's stuff in the way. If it's an empty tile, you can just right-click. But if there's things in the way, you got to shift right-click. I'd like to make a wall around here somewhere. But, like, it's tough. I would like them to add a rubber bandbox option for corrupting areas with, like, a synopsis in the corner of how much it's going to cost you in order to do that. I do think that this game does have a lot of quality of life things that I think could be implemented a little bit better with some of the nested menus and the right-click menus and stuff like that. I'm more of a fan of kind of like contextual UIs, and so like for example, when you don't have anything selected, all your powers would be down here on the bottom, and you just click on the power, then click on the person, and like all of your cooldowns would be in one place, like on a hotbar almost. That's how I would have arranged it. The nested menus, they mean that it takes you a lot more clicks to do the exact same amount of stuff, or at the bare minimum, you spend a lot of time running around searching for people. What's going on over here? Oh, I was going to try and freezing trap them while they were fighting the wolf, but it didn't go that way. They didn't take the path that I expected them to take, and now they're going to butcher the wolf and eat it. Oh, my spawner is gone, dude. Oh, no. Okay, I got to put another spawner in here. We definitely need another spawner just to kind of keep them running around. We can also place a Necronomicon now. What the Necronomicon does is if like an adventurer sees the Necronomicon, they have to make a roll to see if they're tempted to pick it up as treasure. And if they do pick it up, they become a necromancer. The book starts to convert them basically to the dark side, and then they'll randomly start doing things like summoning rituals and, you know, generally things that are not appreciated in general society. They'll eventually become like a criminal, so on and so forth. They'll be targeted heavily by law enforcement, and they may do your job for you by killing the guy, which really is kind of the nuance of this game. Huh. Why did they come out this way? Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Yeah, I can't have them just wandering around willy-nilly near my base. That's bad. I don't want that. That's a mistake. Okay, so the mana pit's going to make us get more mana, and then the primordial pool is basically an upgrade node so that we can upgrade our monsters and make them stronger using our mana and chaos energy. Basically allows us to level up our critters so that they're better at their jobs. I would like to snatch somebody tonight. Do they have anybody that's, like, isolated? Who's using that bed right there? Ooh, this guy's got... Ooh, we can snatch this dude right here. There we go. All right. They snatched him. So they're going to bring him back. Hopefully they get here before morning without being seen. These guys tend to get up at like 4 or 5 in the morning, so like we need to be out of town by the time that happens. We have no retaliation right now, so that's really, really good. We need to put in, let's see here. I don't want to poison the tree, but I would like to put in some walls here. Just to make the prison a little bit harder to access. There we go. So this guy's in jail now. So there's a couple of things we can do with this guy. We can torture him. Torturing him basically guarantees that he's going to get a negative perk that the village is going to have to deal with from now on. It could be anything from kleptomania. It could be he might become psychotic and like murder people randomly. You never quite know what he's going to get. He's a marauder. But the other interesting option is that we could try to brainwash him. And so we may give that a go. Wallace is in the prison. We can't torture him. We can't brainwash him. Is there a reason why? There we go. Let's see if we can brainwash him. Well, we failed at brainwashing, so that's a bit of a bummer, but we're going to keep on trying. Oh, and here they come to rescue their boy. Here they come. Oh, they got through them walls quick, didn't they? They got through them walls real quick. All right, well, give me some demons and stuff up in here to fight with these guys and cause all kinds of pain and destruction. We've got a few more skeletons ready to rock. Well, we definitely... Oh, we won. We killed them all. Hell yeah, dude. We just wiped out half the village in one go. I thought we lost. All right. We killed them all. The downside is, did we... Let's see here. Marnella's dead. Maggie, where is she? Oh, dude, she's over there? Oh, no, dude. Are they all gonna... Oh, they're all gonna report me, so our retaliation meter's gonna go up. Not great. Not great. Would prefer for that not to be a thing, but unfortunately, it is a thing. But we did accidentally, inadvertently kill half the village when they tried to spring their friend out of prison. So that's not too bad. Oh, that's why. Okay, so they're coming over here. Let's see if we can maybe stop them from doing that. So I'm going to put a Necronomicon right there. And I'm going to put a freeze trap right there to sort of like maybe convince them. Oh, that person picked up the Necronomicon, so that's good. That means that this person right here is going to become a necromancer. On every single person, just like in RimWorld, they have like a bunch of different tabs, and you can reveal information about them by going through here and paying points. So like now I can see who their enemies are. I can see who they don't like. I can see what their mood is at the moment and if they're starving or not, so that if I have like a curse of starvation, I could capitalize on that and make her pass out and lose a whole bunch of strength. I would also suggest... Yeah, we get like an exhaustion demon over there. That'll help out too. I don't have really anything else that I can throw around, although in an ideal world, we would prefer... Wow, we got a bunch of suffering out of that. Let's upgrade this again so we can get some more powers, dude. Because the terrifying howl would have kept them away from my base, no problem. Huh, there's a mimic? Why was there a mimic in my base? Huh. Apparently they don't care about my base the second time around. They're like, yeah, whatever. Fair enough. Oh, these guys are trying to chase him right now? Don't do that. That's a mistake. You're going to regret that decision. Yeah, definitely don't follow them back to town. I would like a little bit more control over being able to tell people like, hey, don't do that, since I am an all-powerful necromancer. Like, these guys are about to go into there and effectively throw their lives away, which I think is not ideal. I would prefer that they not do that. Did I poison that guy's bed? Interesting. Oh, they murdered him. Nice, dude. Hell yeah. I mean, I'll take it. They did it with the perfect... All right, apparently my minions know better than I do. They went in and just conducted a surgical strike against Maggie. I don't know what Maggie did. Apparently they've got new immigrants over here, so it doesn't matter that we just murdered half the village because the rest of them are back. Feels bad. I can poison the corn crops, which I think would be a really smart idea. I'd like to watch them and figure out exactly what it is they're up to. Is this person like a klepto? It looked like they were going to go steal. Reveal his info real fast. I'm in an unpleasant environment. What did he just do? He's nocturnal. Okay. That actually isn't so bad. Let's go ahead and afflict a few more people with random curses. So, for example, you work at the farm, so you should be a glutton. This guy's already got narcolepsy. I don't want to make a narcoleptic vampire. That'd be kind of a pain in the butt. We have Casey over here, though. We can inflict Casey with vampirism. And so there it is. Casey is now a vampire, I think. Shouldn't Casey be a vampire? It should say vampirism right there. Did it work? She resisted the power of the Ruinarch. Oh. Well, that's inconvenient, dude. How you just gonna, like, how you gonna resist my... Man. Apparently that person didn't get poisoned, but we did get a little bit of chaos energy right there from the poisoning. Good. Chicken's out cold. A little bit more energy right there because I think somebody blacked out. Hey, there we go. Give us a little bit more. Yup. This place is going to be the harvesting zone for my chaos energy. We need to get our defenses back up. We lost a lot of our monsters. And so, like, maybe just a skeleton or two. Yeah. Another groovy ghoulie right there to help me, like, steal people. We've still got a ghoul inside the kennel. I don't know if it allowed me to... Yeah, I don't have enough charges for that stuff. However, what's my next upgrade on the turtle? My next... Oh, it's in the process of upgrading right now. Gotcha. I was going to say, I should be working on something right now, but sometimes I forget. We'll just harvest a bit more energy from this area. Sleep. Sleep. Sleep and slumber. Okay. This guy's coming back. So what we need to do right here is we put in a freezing trap, right? No! Chickens! Oh my god, we gotta get rid of these chickens, dude. It's like we've got like bodyguard, special forces, Secret Service chickens diving in the way of all of my plans. That's like all that I want to do is freeze a guy, and they're not letting me do it. That's all I want to do. I'm going to put a Necronomicon right there because so many people walk over the top of that tile that I feel like eventually somebody will pick that up. Monster spawner's already inside of there. Is there a nearby monster spawner on this side that will dictate... Can I get one in right there? Oh, I can't get one in right there. Okay. I was going to say, if I could get like just a passive monster spawn over on this side, it would be great, but we'll put narcolepsy on you... We'll put... Oh, everybody's blessed over here, dude. We'll put gluttony on you so that you eat a lot more food. Maybe stir up a little bit of spite and people being like, man, I hate that guy Lester. That man ate my Wheaties. I went all the way to town and got myself some sweet-ass Wheaties. He done ate them all, man. Some things is just too far, man. All right, we need... a few more critters around here. Another ghoul. There we go. I just want to have like a nice strong army. We won this fight like really, really well and handily. And so like I'm kind of in the mood to press my advantage. I can upgrade my powers over here. Your powers don't just get more efficient. When you upgrade your powers like narcolepsy and vampirism, it actually changes mechanics around. So like, for example, with the vampires right here, you're giving your vampires extra powers. And like, you're making it so they can actually evolve. And now I'm making it so that they can create a vampire coven at this point. And like, they'll start to convert other people into vampires and just increase the chaos in the area and also the yields on stuff that you get. With some of these things, you can go raise the dead, can be used on a villager's corpse. Oh, nice, dude. I didn't even realize I had that power. Seriously? Where's that power at? It says raise the dead. Can I raise these guys right here? Oh, I can. But it looks like my unit cap's full. Well, shoot. I kind of wish I... Ooh, I'll raise you as a skeleton. Yeah. Absolutely. You can be my skeleton. You can be my skeleton. You can be my undead pal. Man, we got them all. We got like every single one of them. We went like haywire over here. Yup. we went like super haywire. Are you guys just marching into town right now to attack your previous allies? Like, don't get me wrong, I like it. Oh my god, he turned around it. This is my life. This is my life. Ice blast that guy. Terrifying howl that guy so they all run away. Unfortunately, that skeleton is just not going to make it. Although he is weirdly healing. So I guess they just knocked him out and left him there? Fair enough. Not even particularly mad about it. Maybe he'll wake up some point and be useful again. I don't know. They just gave him they left him concussed. Normally the undead don't get mercy like that. Oh, somebody picked up the Necronomicon. That's good. Who picked up the Necronomicon? Doesn't say on my log. But somebody picked up the Necronomicon that I left right there. Interesting. I wonder who has it. We should see them start to go out and do rituals and stuff in that case, which will inject a little bit of terror. I do like, so one thing I do like about the game is it's spaced out a little bit better now. The last time I played the game, it was super easy to win. All you had to do was abduct their healer, and then you poison or disease everybody in town. And then there was nobody to, like, heal the diseases off them. They all eventually die of the Ronies. And so, like, that was, like, you could basically breakneck speed run the game really, really easily. It seems like they've added a lot more protections against that kind of, like, behavior. To where the game flows slower now, and you've actually got to like plan your moves and look for opportunities, which I think is a really, really good idea. As far as the UI goes, I think that's where the game could be fiddled with the most. I do think there's lots and lots of quality of life things they could do with the UI as the game develops and make it look a little bit nicer. I do think that your portal, every time you upgrade it, it should get a new graphic. Honestly, I think that every building should get kind of an upgraded graphic every time you upgrade the portal to sort of represent you becoming more powerful. I'd like to see a little bit more animation and whatnot too to the game. It's very, very static as of right now. Like, I'd like to see undulations and tendrils that creep out from the edge of your area of influence. I'd like to see rubber band boxes that allow you to expand that a little bit easier, too, without having to click each individual tile, which, like, takes forever. And so, you know, like, I like the idea of the game being kind of the evil overlord where you mess with the Rimworld colony and try to bring it to ruin. But that being said, lots of quality of life and UI stuff that I think could be done a little bit better here. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, we had Ruinarch. Tomorrow, we will more than likely have something else. This game is currently in early access, so you can check it out down below. It is likely to change as time goes along. I'll see y'all later. Thank you for hanging on out, and that's pretty much all I got for you. Bye, everybody.